and you're in the E zone, and if this is your first time stopping by, thank you for stopping in. And we're going to get right to it, right? So, today's video is going to be about being emotionally unavailable, and that's for any kind of relationship. And if that's something you're interested in, hang out, like, subscribe, comment, and that's it. We're just gonna get into it. So it's funny. I've been writing down content because I wanted to make sure that this channel was truly focused on what I'm passionate about, right? Like with my daytime job, I love what I do, but it's somebody else's dream, right, that I'm helping fulfill. So I'm doing this because I'm looking for seeking fulfillment, right? I'm looking for next level, resetting, pivoting, going deep, doing the shadow work so that I can evolve and go into the next level of whatever I've planned for myself in this journey, along with my ancestors and what I learned from a previous life. And where we are and where I am today is self-identifying, self-diagnosing that I've been emotionally unavailable probably since I divorced my husband. Even when I think about being a mom, like I did all the right things, I checked the boxes. I nurtured her. I made sure that my daughter had everything, that she didn't miss a beat when her dad and I divorced. But I just don't think that I was nurturing enough. That emotional level of what I could have been and given her, I don't think I did that. And then every relationship afterwards, I know I didn't give it my all. And I'm still trying to figure out where to look. So if my eyes kind of dart around, then that's what's going on here. But you hear a lot that men aren't available, they're emotionally unavailable. And I'll just say in my circle, right? This is what I'm hearing with my friends. And then as I was thinking and reflecting on, again, I'm all about manifestation, right? So manifesting my next relationship, manifesting the dream career, even manifesting this channel, like what it will be, the type of tribe I'll have, like who will be part of this E-Zone experience, right? The double E's, like that. I go to the point of what I'm calling my tribe. That's how deep and how detailed I am in my manifestations. And when I was combing through or scrubbing through my past relationships and trying to figure out, I don't like this angle, cause hanging there with. All right, so when I was thinking about my past relationships, I was like, man, you start picking through it and you're like, well, they did this well, and why did y'all really break up? Why did you really break up with them? Because even when I think about those relationships, I was the one that ended them. I can't think of one relationship that my boyfriend, my husband, or whatever came to me and ended it. Now they might have done something that helped my decision along, but I was the one at the end of the day that actually made the decision for us to part ways. And I feel like it was because I was not truly emotionally invested in any of those relationships, except my marriage. The first year, I was all in that marriage. I wanted that bitch to work so bad because everything in me told me it wasn't right. It wasn't supposed to be right. But I think that was a level of insecurity. So maybe I wasn't emotionally available. I was emotionally attached, but from a perspective of I didn't deserve him, that it wasn't going to last, that he's going to wake up and feel like and realize that he'd made a mistake. So I was all in emotionally, like gasping for air, hoping that he would not wake up and realize that he fucked up. He made a mistake. He married the wrong girl, that I didn't deserve him. And then when I woke up to my stupid, let's fast forward, 14 years later, and I realized it didn't take me that long to get there, but I'll just say that was when I came into my power. I woke up to my stupid, and I'm like, this shit is not for me, right? And from then on, I dug in so deep that I was so um, invested in my career and providing for my daughter as a single parent. And again, checking all the boxes, making sure that she had all the material things, making sure that she was doing well in school. We even had post checks that every month we would get together and we would go out to dinner, or we would just have dessert or whatever, and she could just drop whatever shit was going on. That was where I felt like I kept a pulse on her, because she was in that delicate teenage, she was fragile at that delicate teenage year area. And not that she was fragile, but it was just a fragile time. Like, I knew that she could have easily went any direction, and I needed to keep a pulse on her. I needed to see where her head was, where her friends' heads were, what were they talking about, what were they doing. And she could just drop all the shit at the table wherever we were, and I could never bring it back up, right? It was a safe space for her. And I think that helped. It kept her grounded enough. And I'm finding out now that she's done some stuff as a teenager. Snuck out the house, had boys over, just being a typical teenager, I guess. But either way, she's a phenomenal woman right now, right? So I did something right, but I just feel like I didn't hug her enough, because I was so focused on being a businesswoman, showing her independence, showing her I didn't need a man. We did not need a man. We need men. If that's what you like, you need somebody. You need a companion. You need somebody to touch skin with, to hug. Oh my God. I just want somebody to hug every day. But I have to do the work, right? Because what I've learned is that just emotionally not available. So focused on material things, so focused on getting it right, making sure nobody was playing me, making sure no one was making a fool out of me, that I just didn't fully commit to any relationship after my divorce. Like, I gave enough, or I played the role. Like, while I was so busy afraid that they were playing me, I probably played them. I was turning on my Halle Berry. I was turning on my Viola Davis. Like, I was playing a role, but just so flying so high level, so right there, right above falling in love, like just jumping off and falling in love and hoping that my spiritual guides, that the guy I love, that my higher self would catch me and everything would be okay, even if it ended in heartbreak. Emotionally unavailable. So, how am I getting back to what my core should always be, what our core should always be, which is love? Always walking in love, moving in love, exuding love, acknowledging it. So that's first, right? I am acknowledging that in the past I have been emotionally unavailable. And I'm a crybaby. I cry and very empathetic. But giving somebody my all, being totally vulnerable, that's where my work is. So yeah, what I'm committing to is that I'm loving myself enough to trust me enough that I can heal from anything. That there's a risk, right? There's a risk when you start a new job. It's a risk when you make investments. It's a risk when you make huge purchases. I do all those things with no problem. So I have to do the same with my heart. I have to open up my heart, open up my mind and my perspective of how great things will be and can be. Because the falling in love part is fantastic. The falling out of love sucks, but it's all part of the journey. It's all part of the journey. You can't have some of it. You cannot just have some of it. And I want it all. I want it all. And the only way that I can ask or expect somebody to be fully committed to me, to give me their all, and to be emotionally available to me is that I do the same. That I'm open and vulnerable and doing it fearlessly. So, hi, my name is Erica, and I'm a former emotionally unavailable woman. I am now emotionally available. It's a conscious decision. It's an everyday thing. It's me making an effort to check on people and not being so cold and easy to let people go. It's a journey. It's part of the journey. But anyway, I'm here for it. So if you watch this all the way through, I love you for that. Thanks for stopping in on the E Zone. And a shout out to my cousin if she watches this, that I just watched her video. Actually, I have to finish it because I've been working on this content. I've been writing it down, just haven't pulled the trigger right, just making sure that I'm doing it right, right? But she talked about making that commitment, and here I am making a commitment to do these videos. That's what her thing was about, making the time and taking the time to do what we love, what's important to us, and building this YouTube channel and sharing my experience is important to me. It's important to me. Anyway, thanks for your time. And again, until next time.